Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm finally back. It has been a rough, I would say, last month. Many of you know, seen it from my Facebook page, but I ripped my left hamstring and I had quite a bit of bruising. I could hardly walk. I started skating again and I fell and it ripped and it was a giant mess. So I haven't been able to work since June 16th. So I'm actually going back to work today. But also during this process, we finally get our bathroom fixed. So 4 years ago, we had our bathroom remodeled. Turns out they did not waterproof correctly, so we had water coming through the floor, through the ceiling in my dining room. So you'll see by these pictures what our previous bathroom looked like and now what it looks like. We are very happy with it. We finally can use our shower. We haven't been able to use it for like 6 months. Huge inconvenience. Thankfully, we have other bathrooms, but Finally, we have a bathroom. We've got the holes patched in our dining room, so life is finally getting back to normal, in which I was able to finally get down into the studio. So today I just figured I would go back with something I like to do, which is my open cup, and I'm going to disrupt my cells, create some lines. So let's get down onto, I'm doing it on a wood round. So let's get down there and get started. I'll be right back. All right, everyone. So I've got a 17-inch round. I got them from Home Depot. I'm going to repurpose this one. This had been a flip cup on it, and I didn't really like it. It looks too washed out. So I am going to be doing a open cup pour. And my colors I'm going to be using today are my titanium white. I've got some bluish red from Pebeo. I've got some Soho gold. I've got some deep purple here from Liquitex. I've got my Payne's gray from Creative Inspirations. And then I've got my metallic Cobalt blue, which we love that. Now these paints are super, super thin. They are really the consistency. You could probably blow them around with a hairdryer for a Dutch pour. So I normally don't do my open cups this thin, but I'm going to do it today. All right, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put out enough white to cover this round. What I'm doing is I'm just getting the sides and edges painted white. That way I don't have to worry about getting those sides and edges covered when I'm tilting. Okay, now these types of small round canvases are not going to require a lot of paint. The goal is I want to keep some negative space, so we're going to be not having to use a lot of paint. But what I'll do first is I'm going to put my cup of paint, I'm going to put my paint there, and I'm going to center my cup here. I'm just going to seal around it just a little bit. Fill her up in there, that way my paints can sink down into here. So my first color I want to use is my Payne's gray. I pour from up high and I let this paint hit that white and start to move. There we go. Now I'm going to use some of Cobalt blue. Come in with the blue red. A little bit of gold. We're going to finish off with the purple. That should be enough paint to do what we want to do. You can see the colors are coming up through that white. And then of course I'm going to disrupt it. I'm going to create some lines. That way we get some movement. Now the paint has shifted towards you, the camera. So what I'm going to do is just rotate this over here to me. And the goal is to keep negative space, different areas. So we'll just let these colors come on out. Then we'll disrupt, and then we can tilt. And because of the painting that was on here already, I may find that I'm gonna have to repaint the sides and edges because it might come back through, but we'll see. Look at these colors that are coming through, really nice. I think what I'm gonna do is twist this way because I'm gonna go from a side to side. So we'll twist, lifting up. So we can pull this paint this way. Now I can take this here and bring that way. Let's just kind of create some lines. All right. Let's come on back this way. Kind of just open it up a little bit, bring it down, kind of come back this way. That way. Back, and we should be set to go. Okay. Okay, leave it right there. I'm just gonna touch up the sides here where I put my fingers to hold the painting. So, making sure all the white has got good coverage. Let's give this a torch. I'm gonna come bring you guys down. Okay, here we are with the wet results. Got some nice negative space up here. Okay guys, that is it. So it's still a little wet, but I'm going to hold it up real fast, there like that. And I'm gonna put it back down. And I just realized I got some paint on this painting back here. But it's got resin on it. See, just wipe it off. Bingo. Yeah, so it's drying well. It's not dry yet. So I will either turn this into a giant clock or just a wall painting, put on some really sturdy hooks. It's a little thick to be a clock, I think. I don't know, we'll see. Anyways, it's drying really well. I like it. Cool white negative space on that, so really cool. All right, everyone, that's gonna do it for today's video. Sorry I've been missing in action, and I do apologize for the quality of this video. I have forgotten really how to make videos. So my overhead camera was not charged, so I couldn't use it in time. And this particular camera angle that I was painting with didn't zoom out far enough, so you kind of get partial tilting. I apologize. I promise it'll be better next time. Anyways, thanks everyone so much for your well wishes when I was injured. Thanks for welcoming me back. And I am happy to be making art again. Thank you so, so much. Also, guys, if you are interested in this clock here, it's up for sale. So let me know if you're interested, all right? Thanks, everyone. See you next time. Bye-bye.